be more than happy to do so, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to be part of this exciting movement. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak a little today. I'm also a central banker. I'm within the board of the Dutch Central Bank. My responsibilities are supervision of the entire insurance sector in the Netherlands and the pension sector in the Netherlands. And I will come back to that in a minute. The angle I wanted to take is to look a little bit at the state of the economy and the financial sector after the huge financial crisis that we went through. And I might say here in Europe we're still in the middle of, yet the next wave of financial crisis. And for very good reasons, that has created a lot of unrest and uncertainty among the entire population. And what we all know is that in order to have financial stability, in order to have economic growth, we need to make sure that people have confidence in the financial system, in the economy, in order for them to do their jobs and lead their lives in a good way. It is therefore very understandable that not only the regulators, not only the central banks, but also the players in the financial sector faced a lot of criticism in the aftermath of the financial crisis, and there was a lot of distrust. Now we believe at DNB here in the Netherlands that it is not only desirable but crucial for all of us to restore that trust. However, that is not an easy task, because where in the past central bankers, and any banker actually, could say, oh, don't worry, trust me, your money is safe with me, come to me, bring it to me. That is no longer the case. We live in a show-me society, and it will not simply not do to just return to the old days. We see that, for instance, here in Europe, and in particular in the Netherlands, in a very lively debate that also takes place in Parliament on remuneration in the financial sector and on bonuses. For that reason, our Parliament has passed a law in which we, as a central bank, were trusted with the task to control these bonuses in the Netherlands. Not just because people generally feel that the bankers were paid too much in the past, but also because incentives that go out from bonuses were set in the wrong direction. And we are currently in the middle of a supervisory program to make sure that if there is any variable remuneration for bankers, it is based on taking less risks rather than taking more risks. So that is one way for us how we work in restoring that trust. That is another reason why our financial education program is also pursued. Like many central banks, like the Fed, like many the central banks and governments across the world, we believe that financial education is very important, and we have various programs for the youth in the Netherlands to make sure that they understand more about money, that they understand that borrowing money costs money. But we also, for instance, have these comics, and I just brought you a few to give you an impression, where we, no less, try to explain what inflation is and why it's not good for you. You can imagine that that is not an easy task, but we think it's important anyway. So as a regulator, what we do is we encourage the financial sector to communicate in clear and honest terms. I've run into that, to the importance of that when I told you my job is supervising the pension funds. Those pension funds were also severely hit by the financial crisis. So much so that they will probably not be able to pay out the pensions they promised to all the people in the Netherlands originally. That has caused, understandably, a lot of unrest, but it also shows that the people in the past were never told the whole story. So a lack of clear communication by the financial sector creates a lot of extra uncertainty, a lot of distrust, rather than certainty and trust, which is what we are all aiming for. So on a micro level, we encourage the financial sector to educate their clients, because we believe that happy clients are in their interest, and we believe that the only happy clients they can have are educated clients. And finally, just to underline why we support the cause of child-friendly banking, is that on an individual level, the only way for a child to become a master of its own destiny is to become literate, to know the value of money, to learn how to save, and in that way have his destiny in his own hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you.